All right, how's it going, everyone? We are hopping right into a Challenger reschedule match between the Leopards of SAV and the Drakes of DRG. My name is Declan. I'm here with Slug,
Ooh,
and this is
we're
going to be
starting
a
out
good match.
3v.
Yeah, we're
3v2
hopping
mid,
right
no
into the
A.
game. A little bit of mid action going on. Just some contact, and the CTs are going to immediately fall off. They're expecting a B hit.
So you've seen 2 or 3 top mid, and you see this house smoke, and your Octagon's just going to sit in this. This is a risky play. It could pay off, but with 3 here, I think he just gets 1 and gets traded, which favors the Drakes.
I like this play, though. He's getting inquisitive.
Oh!
He gets 1, wow. He gets 2! That is great information. And he gets 2 there. The B-Lurk is dead. But we do have Mr. Stacky. Mr. Stacky's all the way out at camps. He could catch Tex unaware here, and the bomb is going to be rotating in behind him. But it looks like Don Fubar is coming heaven. He's not going to be aware of this.
And Stacky's immediately traded.
Yeah.
You're going to get a bomb plan here. I mean, this is obviously important for the economy. You can force into the next round. I'm kind of wondering, when the mid plate's stalled out, walking into B site where you know there's going to be at least 2, that's probably not the move I would have made, but there's not a lot of options on the table at that point.
My only thought is they would have maybe expected a split coming in with such a heavy mid presence.
Yeah, that's actually a really good point.
But Sav clears it up pretty easily. I can't believe Octagon gets 2 there. That's critical.
Really good play.
But yeah, that honestly probably won them the round. If the T's get mid control there, the map is kind of theirs.
It's a really great example too of just, you can have really good protocols, you can have really good set plays, but you do have to take those risks and take those fights. Like Octagon hid in the smoke and then came out of the smoke and got 2, right? He didn't wait for it to phase.
CTs are going back into a more normal 2-2-1. Not a lot of early action, though. Very default. The T's obviously forced in off the bomb plant. Acid's looking for info from E-Box. I think Acid's going to be my player to watch for this match. He was the contender MVP last season. Hasn't put up good ratings, and as I say that, Caster Curse gets headshotted by Booligan from T-steps.
This is shaping up really well. You still have 3 smokes on the T's. They can really go anywhere they want.
It'll be B play, though.
Toward B. Indecisive, actually.
Oh, labored spray from Don Fubar, but he's going to get that info.
That might invite the B play. You know you did a lot of damage. You know it's an MP9.
These are taking their time. Bomb's kind of solo mid here, but the double walk A.
Gap
I
mid.
think they're going to figure out that A side is clear. Tex is playing retake. The right call from Booligan here. Booligan is the IGL for this team.
Yeah,
playing it nice
retake
and
is
slow.
definitely the move. Honestly, I think when the bomb goes down here, you probably go for a save unless you can get a really quick pick by Tex. He's smoked out.
Tex is also calling for the Leopards. The counterpart to Booligan here. There's a quick pick. They might come back into this. Tex is calling his troops in.
Do they know about the mid lurk though? That's the round. He
Seems
can
to be
end
aware.
the round here.
Tex is aware of it.
I mean, heaven, battle heaven. He's cleared.
Oh,
1v1.
Tex with a triple.
Both about half health. No time.
No, he's got it. It's gonna be close. Wow. What a play by Tex there.
Clearly the winning play by Tex. He played retake A. He needed to get that pick quick just to get the retake going, and he got it, and he finished the round. What a huge clutch.
It seems
you're going to see the T's on full save.
two Ts there, or two CTs, instead of going mid and fighting through that mid smoke where the lurk would have gotten them, they both went storage. And it seems like the T that was playing in mid didn't react to that information. Stuck around for a long time, and the lurk was just invalidated.
These are forcing again off of only one staying alive and getting the bomb down. I think this is the right move, but you can't get tricked into force wars with just Galils and light utility over and over again. Oh, and Acid had the right idea. He plays in front of it, but he just cannot finish the kill. Rose barely takes any damage, and now you have 2 picks on B. B side's open.
Stacky cleans him up. B side is free. 4v2, this feels like the T's cannot lose this. I would be shocked if the CTs even go for it.
You have to save your FAMAS and M4. There's no choice. I think you actually hunt here. You already have bad weapons. And you can basically guarantee yourself a free round.
So speaking a little bit more about how these teams like to play, I played under Booligan for most of last season. He's going to call a really, really puggy style. He's not a big fan of this map, but like you've seen, they're going to run a lot of defaults and then explode when they get the picks. You saw Mr. Stacky come straight through the B main smoke once contact was made E-box. Expect a lot more of that.
And that's just good awareness and good timing. You know that there's going to be some focus on E-box. It obviously could have gone wrong, but, you know, again, taking risks is a big part of Counter-Strike. He took it, and he got 2 kills, opened up the site, won the round.
Yeah, this DRG team is going to have good protocols. Booligan and Rose play ESEA together, and then the core of Bear, Shark, Stacky, and Rose all played on this DRG squad that made semifinals last season. So I would expect them to have pretty set plays, knowing how each other like to play, all that. And the CTs are on a force here.
Pretty good nade top mid, actually. Did a good amount of damage. Especially when you have a FAMAS on the other side. You need that.
Octagon almost gets spammed out, but he's going to flash water. No one to peek off that, as E-box is smoked at the moment. CTs are putting 3B again.
I think it's the right move when you have such a low buy. You know, if you're going to gamble toward a site, B's probably the move. I'm not giving up mid. You see a lot of high-level teams doing this now. You're kind of just spotting camera. They spot him pillar. Takes flashes and gets out. That's smart. And now you've rotated one off B into mid. But he's not convicted by it. He's not sure where he wants to be. Picking E-box.
Acid loses the E-box fight again. They've seen the bomb in mid, though. This is going to end up being a B play. Nope. Booligan's headed back towards T-spawn. I completely misread it, and it makes sense. Chance is completely out B main. They know it's not going to be B at this point. Let's see how fast the CTs can run in.
And you have your lurk in mid to cut off the rotations, but he goes down.
Well, they expect text behind the smoke. No. Who smoked?
You know, Acid is struggling in E-box. They seem to be able to get that pick pretty easily right now. I know it's only 4 rounds in, but right now, Leopards overall are looking really good. The retakes are very coordinated. Doesn't matter if bomb goes down. They're finding ways to win rounds.
Yeah, it was a bit messy there, but it seemed like when Chance went out B main, they got the info, and that was easily relayed to his team. They got 3 people to A very quickly.
And in my experience, I mean, in the same way that these sites are, I mean, this is an enormously T-sided map, and in the same way that these sites are easy to take for the Ts, they can be easy to retake for the CTs too. If you just have a little bit of utility and a lot of coordination, you can give up the site and retake.
Once again, we got the mid spam battle. Sav has been
everywhere else.
yeah. Sav has been challenging mid early in the map or early in the round.
Ooh, Octagon,
and then falling
no!
back. Octagon gets destroyed with the spam.
I think it was his own nade that really ended it, right? Didn't it bounce back toward him?
Bear Shark hit him with a headshot through the smoke. And then it killed him as he had it out. So they've been fighting this mid spam, throwing some util early and then backing off.
And they're pushing back toward E-Box right now. I think they really want to take this fight. They know that Acid's been struggling there. They mollied him out. So they have the space. The smoke is clear. They're going to peek into it. And Acid goes down again. Tough start for Acid.
They actually switched out Acid and Chance there. Chance was taking the E-Box fight, and he couldn't get anything done either. They mollied him out. Acid was playing backside, gets the dink on Booligan, but it's just not going to be enough.
That's a good call. I don't know how to read, so thanks for the backup.
Oh, no worries.
They don't teach that where I'm from.
2v4. Tex is getting a little inquisitive, but Don Fubar is already setting up for the save here.
Very back and forth affair so far.
Yeah, I think if Sav gets, let's say, 5 rounds on their CT side, this is definitely going to be doable. Tex and Don Fubar are both, they were elite players last season playing in Chally now. They're going to understand how to play this map at a high level, especially with Tex calling. So I think if they get 5, I think they'll be set up for a good T side.
2 successful retakes on the A site by the Leopards, whereas when B goes down, I don't even think we've seen them go for it yet, just because of the way that the rounds develop. That also kind of makes sense. I think A is an easier to retake site. There's less places for the T's to kind of tuck in.
I would want to see them do a little bit more to alleviate pressure on E-Box or B main. One of the two, maybe fight out Canals mid-round or fight out B main early. It seems when they're getting pressure from both sides, it's just done.
In main aggression, we have 4 going in, 2 CTs here. Can they get it?
Donnie's got a triple. And
and
Octagon
he goes in for more.
A little bit of an ill-advised push from Octagon there, but it doesn't matter. Booligan in a 1v3. He's gonna go down. I love Octagon running into Don Fubar's Molotov, but
he doesn't pick
still
up
an easy round
molly.
Yeah.
I mean, you gotta love, you gotta love the aggression there. When you have that many T's going to the same location as the CT's setting up, I mean, that can go one of 2 ways, and obviously we saw the CT's clean it up. That round could have fallen apart very quickly if the push out of E-Box goes down. Then all of a sudden B site might be completely open. So it was riskier toward the end, even though it looked like it was going to be an easy Leopards round.
Chance and Don Fubar have opened up on the player in Canals, but Bear Shark trades it with a smoke spam in mid. There's a B main lurk from Stacky again, but he's not going to opt to go for anything. And once again, the middle portion of the map is going to be open for the T's. They're going to methodically work up with the bomb. We've seen Booligan and Bear Shark do this almost every gun round already, while they wait for these extremities players to get some information.
This leaves Octagon extremely exposed. All that takes is a smoke in Temple, and you have a 3v1 on A6.
Texas here with the op, finds Bear Shark. Octagon's here to help now. Perfect peek.
Looked like there might have been a little miscommunication by the T's there, with Booligan tucking in as his teammate peeked.
And Tex finds the backside lurk.
This CT half is looking very good for the Leopards right now. They just look very coordinated. They know what they want to do. Giving up mid is an intentional decision. They seem to come back into it late.
I would want to see the T's hold on to a little bit more util. I figure that they understand that Sav is giving up mid. I would want them to hold on to more util so they can push through the double doors and get into cans, smoke off Temple, maybe get a flash. We had 2 dry peaks there that, I mean, it's easy pickings for Tex and Octagon. And Octagon once again ran through his teammate's molly.
Great nade. Octagon gets the info. He's getting out of there. 2 mollies. This is well played.
And
don't lose to the eco.
And the AUG. I love the way this guy is playing. Very disrespectful. It's 5 Glock round. Bear Shark's got P250. It's not gonna matter. Oh, Don Fubar with the double spray.
Yeah, you know, I don't know if the AUG is disrespectful. I mean, we've seen Grim on Complexity use it like to resounding success. He's had like a 1.3, other than obviously that crash out at the Major recently.
No, the AUG is great. The way Octagon is just W keying, I absolutely love to see it, especially from the mid player. I want to see him push top mid one of these rounds if DRG decides to apply pressure elsewhere.
Yeah, they really are approaching all these rounds very similarly, with mid utility being the opener. Oh, and they just get the one tap. Mr. Stacky with a great shot with the nade break.
Similar default, we got Rose outside E-box. This time, Booligan and Stacky. So Booligan's doubled up with Stacky B-man.
Bear Shark with a really good timing.
Feels like they want to end it a B split.
Bear Shark down to 14 health. There's a way to get into this round here for the Leopards for sure. Still 2 in mid in the bomb. Looks like you're rotating toward B main here.
Chance will be the E-box contact with Acid spotting B main. Oh, but we have Don Fubar getting inquisitive in mid as well, so he's gonna sniff this out and maybe be on a fast flank.
Ooh,
gets 1.5. And Acid just cannot find any impact.
Yeah, it kind of looks like he's in his own head right now. You hate to see it. MVP of Contender last season.
X is going to stick around for another moment or so. They've got money, but no sense in giving the T's the op here. Rose has not gotten the op out once, and that kind of makes sense since he's been the E-box, pushing up the E-box basically every round. I wonder if they get him the op, if they change their default a little.
I believe he actually had it 2 rounds ago because it was the round that they threw the T-stairs nade and it took like 25 out of him.
Oh, I totally missed that.
I don't remember him having any impact with it. And really, like, to your point, I mean, opping can be really effective on this map, but because the T's have so much mobility, so much map control just right out the gate, 5 rifles is not a bad look at all. It's very, very, you can have a lot of success with just rifles.
Have the CTs attempted a Canals crunch yet? I don't think they have. Not going to do it this round.
No, the most aggressive setup they've really done is this A hit, which they're going to do again, it looks like.
Setting 2 out A main. Backside the A main T player. It's just going to be a 1-for-1 trade.
Chance for kill in E-box.
And after what felt like 5 seconds, we're already in a 4x3.
The Leopards just overall have a lot of coordination. They know how they want to approach these rounds, and it feels like the Drakes are one-dimensional right now, that they really just want to play mid. And I think the Leopards have figured that out. The one round that the Drakes tried to do something different, they sent 4 into A main, and that was the triple kill occurred. 3v2, Don Fubar low health.
That kill was huge, though. The T's would have had A for free. And now Chance is completely cleared out Canals. He's going to go look at A main. Acid's going to be the only B player here against 2, and he's on half HP. But as soon as Chance clears out A main, they're going to know it's B. Yeah, so he's already running back. These are taking a while to get through with this, though.
Yeah, they've definitely... Oh, they're going in right now. Can Acid make something happen here? He's smoked out, and he goes down. Just a tough day in the office for Acid so far.
Yeah.
Oh, and a bad molly.
Bulligan's not going to survive that.
Winnable, very winnable. He doesn't know where he is. He jumps in the air. Fubar gets the kill.
Oh no, a huge miscommunication from the T's there. Bulligan had chance dead to rights in E-Box, and Bear Shark, not happy with his in-game leader's calls so far, decided to Molotov him.
Well, so the molly went out first, and the molly missed. So I believe actually that probably was calmed. They knew someone was in E-Box. They had a molly. I think they wanted him to burn, and then Bulligan was going to be able to safely spray from outside. But it landed. It clipped off the door, and Bulligan went for the kill, which at that point I can't really blame him. But that probably does lose them the round. It's just really tough to see.
That's really unfortunate. Don Fubar having a great game so far.
I'd love to see the Drakes just have a little bit more tempo. They're still going for this mid play, and now you have 2 in mid. Oh, Chance goes down. Octagon takes a ton of damage. Acid goes down. You have the B site, but the Drakes are not acting off of it. At this point, I think you actually need to rotate toward A because you missed your timing.
I think Bulligan's coming to Stacky. We've got 2B, let's go in, and that's exactly what they're doing. Rose and Stacky, I believe, both got smoke spams.
Yeah, I was
That's
a little worried about.
unfortunate.
I was a little worried about the rotations being quicker, but that Molly and Temple really shut it down. Getting curious, and that's the round. It's gonna be 4 for the Drakes. They really need to try to salvage this half and end it with 5.
Will they let Tech save us up? No. The answer is no. Backside takes him down. So Backside was one of DRG won their first match of the season and then cut 2 players for Bulligan and Backside. So they've had a little bit less time to gel than the rest of these players, but as I said earlier, they're all familiar with each other in different ways. So the default looks pretty well oiled.
Yeah, Don Fubar with 12 kills. He's having a great half right now for 100 ADR.
Here comes the B main act.
B main. To get the trade. Bulligan goes down. Oh, almost gets 2 top mid. They know that there's a B main push.
Backside, the A main defaulter is going to take all that space on A.
He's clearing this out. He's calling it clear. He's yelling at his teammates, get here.
3v3 retake. Octagon's got the kit. This is doable.
Not a lot. Not really any utility. I mean, you have 1 smoke left on Bear. Actually, you have lots of utility. I looked at the wrong area. So you'll be able to smoke off cams a second time. You have a molly. This is going to be very tough with a FAMAS and an AK and a pistol.
Tex has a full kit. Let's see if he does anything with it. He's going to flash him in. Bear Shark goes 1 for 1, but Backside trades him.
Tex makes noise. They know he's in cams.
They have to know he's here with all that util thrown. Nice round by Backside, taking a lot of control there and cleaning up. So 7-5 half. Looking great for the Leopards right now, but I would not be surprised if the Drakes get the pistol here. This could be a tight game.
I mean, based on the creativity and kind of the cohesion that we've seen from the Leopards on that CT side, I'm expecting to see maybe some more dynamism on the T side than the Drakes were having. Like, not to be a broken record, but they really wanted that mid play as their opener every round. They would have a passive A and a passive B kind of lurk, and then someone spotting T stairs. They really didn't try to get near E-Box until mid or late round usually. It did work for them. They got a lot of picks on B, but you know, seven rounds on Anubis is, I wouldn't call it an A+, I'd probably call it a B. So it's anyone's game right now, but we'll see how this goes. Or sorry, 5 rounds.
I can't remember DRG going for many set piece plays there. It felt really puggy.
Instantly get a mid kill, and they're going fast.
This is Texas called a good play here. They're gonna push into storage, but Octagon gets punished for that aggro. Don Fubar's next up. He's gonna fall off though.
That was risky going heaven, and he goes again. Hey, they're jumping around, but he gets the kill. 2v2 Stacky, low on health though. You know where they both are. You don't need to take these kills right now.
The T's are just fighting into it. Stacky's a one-shot. Chance is half.
Chance has to win this.
And he does. Hits the shot. That was chaotic. The T's wanted that heaven space. The CTs were not letting him take it.
Was that Dom Fubar who jumped into heaven, dropped back down, and jumped up again?
Oh, you know it was.
So he's I think he's just feeling himself. Like, 13 kills, 108 ADR. But he would have had the info that there were two in ruins, in storage. So that was just. Sometimes you gotta lay it on the table and say, "Fuck it, I'm better."
Him and Octagon are definitely the most aggro players for this squad, and it's working out for them so far.
Leopards are reading this round really well. They did the nade stack B main, and we have a passive stack, Campbell stack by the Dreeks.
I think they're setting up some B util here. Yep. Smoke's coming in, just a full B exit.
There's smoke.
A quote-unquote B exec has come in, but there are no CTs here.
You hate to see it from the Leopards. A miss smoke and an execute at this level of the game. It's just embarrassing, frankly. They really need to get their shit together.
Sadly, it won't cost them. But looking like a flawless round for both teams. I don't know how inquisitive. I want to see Chance and Tex go out there with their max, but looking like we're just going to keep it clean here. Might get a fight from Tex, but he's going to go back to B main. And we're going to have a 5 alive round for both sides.
The perfect round. You don't see it very often in Counter-Strike. Oh, and are
Please
they
don't
going to
die.
ruin it? Caster's Curse!
No!
And so the CTs get to carry all that not armor that they didn't save into the next round. But they didn't give up that $300 or $600 kill reward, so I guess that's something.
Very true. Let's see if Acid tries to get active anywhere on the map and get himself activated here. Not having a great map, but it doesn't really matter when Tex and Don Fubar are fragging.
I think that was a Rugs molly, but it missed and hit A main, so could be worse.
That is a main molly.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, I thought Rugs. I'm almost the same spot.
A lot of similar stuff here. Hooligan getting active out of E-Box. He's gonna get back safely with about half HP. Chance has the Mac 10. Let's see if he goes for a fight here. I don't think he knows that molly was too deep, and Hooligan's gonna be on the angle. So Hooligan gets a free one. And here come the Leopards for the B play.
Oh, labored spray, but he gets it. Nice kill by Bear Shark.
Oh,
and he doesn't see him!
Somehow, I don't even know what's happening at this point. Hooligan's out of E-Box, and Tex is the last one alive, all the way on A alert.
Yeah, so Bear Shark didn't see, I think it was Octagon at Yeki, but Hooligan was in E-Box still, so he was able to protect his teammate. And yeah, that round falls apart for the Leopards.
Good round from the captain there. Not sure the T's expected Hooligan to be sticking around after that interesting E-Box fight where Hooligan walked through the smoke.
Yeah, I mean, it can get tricky there. Throwing the deep molly can have a lot of value, but you really have to have a teammate kind of spotting directly in the E-Box like that so you don't run that risk where they're in front of that molly. So it kind of needs to be a two-man game. But you can't get that space for free, provided that, exactly what Hooligan did doesn't happen. But a great play by Hooligan.
Yep, that wins them the round more or less. Kind of takes the teeth out of that B play. DRG going for more or less the same setup that SAV was, just a 2-2-1. And SAV set up in a default here. Now I'm gonna try to take a little bit of space here in mid.
Acid went down somewhere.
B main.
B main.
They got a B main pick. Now 3 CTs are on B. Donfubar is gonna find a pick.
Really good.
And a smoke is gonna allow him to get to Ivy here.
Well, they didn't clear.
The T's are not being subtle about it. They want to end B again. Especially now that Chance gets that kill. So now Bear Shark is the only one here. He's going to be fighting in the E-box, but goes back to Yeki. Bear Shark's got to get at least 2, but he's only going to get 1.
Yeah, you saw the B main players kind of pause a little bit to group up, and even though there was a 1v1 briefly in E-box, and we'll fight cleared perfectly. It was briefly a 1v1, and you could have had a similar situation to the last round where that, like you said, the teeth was taken out of the split, but he played it perfectly. He backed off, and he allowed his teammates to really open up the space.
Just nothing Rose can do there, unfortunately. Rose 4-11 right now, just not finding a lot of impact, unfortunately. I believe he was an all-star last season. I know Mr. Stacky was.
And the Leopards are taking they have a very different stylistic approach to this T side than we saw by the Drakes. They're looking for basically 1 pick or 2, and then they group up and they hit a site hard. You even saw that round. They dropped from mid out of window to try to take that site. It was a risky play. Luckily, he didn't go down, but until his teammates could trade at least. But they are not hesitating. They will group up and go into a site hard.
So we haven't... I believe DRG has bought... So they forced into this mostly. Rose's got a hero op, Backside's got a rifle. And Stacky and Bear Shark saved at 2K. It's kind of an interesting force here.
You just really got to hope that... Okay, so you've cleared out B main at this point. That's huge, because you have your ops solo in heaven, and you have Backside coming back to protect mid. So now Rose can't get flanked from heaven through mid. You're reading this perfectly. This is setting up great for the Drakes. Oh, except for Rose goes down with nothing. That's tragic.
I think Rose got flashed and didn't get back around the corner. Backside's got to get 2, but only gets 1. Traded by Tex immediately. Now it's Booligan and Bear Shark. Coming straight.
Bomb doesn't go down.
Cams.
It's a 1v1 on site. Donfubar so far away. Booligan can win this.
Former teammates Donfubar and Booligan. Booligan's thinking he's coming from mid. Donfubar's walking in through A.
It's making noise, I think.
Oh, that molly's huge. But it doesn't matter. Booligan's ahead of it.
I think in that moment, if you're throwing that molly, like, what is the intention behind the molly? I think you do need to wait and listen for a tick.
Maybe
just
he was thinking just deny the heaven peek while he plants. If I was Donfubar, I would not have expected him to be tucked there. But a good clutch by Booligan. He seems to be trying to will this team back into the game. They're down 7-10 right now. And we have a Tech 9 buy from the T's.
It's a T-stairs smoke and a canal splash. You're seeing an E-box
2 out
push.
canals.
But there's no one there because the T's are all grouping up. You should be getting this info and hopefully turning around soon. They have everything that they need to win this round if they turn around. B execute coming in. Good molly.
There's only 1 player here. It's just Booligan, and he gets nothing. Octagon's got info that 2 are coming canals. And it's a 5v4 retake. Octagon just holding W.
Okay,
Backside's got 3 though. Yep. I think Tech's wrapped all the way through main. But runs out of bullets to 1v1.
Turns
and
it a
Chance
1v1,
clutches
Chance
it up.
wins it! Man, you gotta wonder what's going on in the comms there. You had a set play where you have 2 go into canals, you have no contact, you see nothing T-stairs, you hear nothing rugs. You're not hearing anything on A site, and they just don't turn around.
Maybe they thought the T's were in A main already because they didn't have an A player. They just had someone spotting from mid. But yeah, just a kind of a slow reaction there. Tex with the wrap around the E-box. What a chaotic round, but SAV pulls it out. They're 2 rounds from winning this game, and it is a full save from the CTs.
And for overtime.
Octagon's got to get 2 here, and he gets just that. But Acid can't trade. He gets taken down by Stacky, who's now very low.
You have to save these rifles.
The T's are not even going to entertain that. They're going to get the free plant. And the save call looks like it's coming in.
Definitely have to save these rifles. You have to hope that these AKs can go nutty. You probably need to win. You actually can break the T's. You can give them probably a pretty poor buy if you can win the next round. So there's still
Rosage with just the USP is going to look for an exit, but the T's are exiting storage. So he's going to get nothing.
This does really help the money situation for Drakes, though, for this next round. They'll be able to get a little bit more util.
2 AKs is never a bad save. Just no one's stepping up besides Booligan and Backside. They're doing their best, but I would have, player to watch would have been Mr. Stacky. He was coming into this game with a 1.33 rating.
It's been a tough game for Rose. He hasn't been able to get the op in his hands that often, and when he hasn't been able to find much impact with it. 34 ADR.
CTs are starting in their default again, not going for anything crazy.
Oh, and you had the timing of Rose. What a tough game so far.
He lives though. Doesn't get the pick, but he lives. Sometimes it's all you can do. Don Fubar is getting inquisitive here at B. But no major reaction from the CTs right now. Mr. Stacky pushes A main and gets the kill on Tex.
This is going to have to be a B double pump. And Booligan just takes care of the E-box.
Yeah, we kind of had a double lurk there from Acid and Chance, and neither of them can get anything done. Rosé's next up. Gets tested,
Let's go,
but comes up ahead.
Let's get another 2K for Rosé. That's huge.
Big. Good round there.
He picks up the better skin, and that's what really matters. That's what he needs.
What I like from DRG there was they figured they were going up against a default. Mr. Stacky solo walks A main and gets that kill on Tex, who's been playing A main for the T's. And from that point, SAV kind of panicked and just sent everyone forward wherever they were. Wasn't able to get anything out of it. Just a bunch of disadvantageous fights. This is a repeat of the last Tech 9 round, but we are going A instead of B.
They're all rugs. You mollied to slow them down. You see nothing canals. And I think they're reading this. Rosé's already in canals.
Oh,
he sees a drop. Oh, I don't even know if you should take that shot.
They have to know that now. Yep, here comes the A exec. Stacky only gets one. Oh, and Acid somehow kills the Cams player with a Tech 9 from that distance. What a 2K entry from Acid. Not a lot of impact, but that might have won them the game, and I might have just cursed them.
I want to see this retake. You have rifles. Booligan with a big kill on Acid.
Acid does not...
One's cake. One's down. Cake down. Tex in heaven. Does he get cleared? Yes, he does. We have more rounds to play.
The curse comes in. I say that might have won them the round, and then the T's proceeded to not play as a team. As you saw, we had 3 straight individual fights there, none of which went the T's way.
Hey, you keep 3 AKs too, and 3 stay alive, which is really important for the CT economy. You win this round, and the pressure's on for the Leopards, really. And they're taking the time out to talk it over.
Yeah, Leopards are going to want that one back. It's so hard. I do it so many times when you're in a advantageous man advantage post plant, especially when you think you're about to win the game. You're like, oh, I'll swing. Why not? It doesn't go well. That's okay. Take a breather. You're up 12-9. We got an opt-out for Tex here. And more importantly, a good sign of life from Acid there.
Just trying to remember where the T-stairs smoke is. There it is. You got it.
Yeah, more or less. Yeah.
A little bit higher. Oh, he's not going to throw it. Bear Shark decides against it. Only 68 ADR from Bear Shark. We need to see a couple more pop-off rounds to get this game going for Bear Shark.
Oh, I like this from Tex. Oh, they had the right idea, but the boost just a little far.
Do you want to boost again? Octagon says.
Yes,
Tex says,
yes,
hell no. Tex says, no, sir. And that probably would have been a free kill. The Drakes really get lucky there.
We're not going to get the optimal in mid right now. The CTs blew the smoke and didn't see anyone. So now Rose is going to rotate off to B. They know that this is where the Leopards have liked to finish their rounds. And they've left backside to hold mid.
Leopards
CTs are in a good setup.
Leopards are hoping for the Drakes to overstep here.
Nope, it looks like Tex is calling his troops back towards B.
It's going to be the old-fashioned 4 through B main, but Drakes have 3 on B. Oh,
that one flash from Chance A main has brought Rose all the way back to mid, and backside's now looking through cams.
He's coming back. We're good. We're set up. This is what you need if you're the Drakes. This is big. This is a big flash from Booligan.
We're not even going to do it. Just going to take the fight. Here comes the flash. Rose gets one. Oh, but the trades go the way of the team.
Oh!
Tex does not win that fight. It's 2v2. Rose's going for the bomb. Oh, he's going to stick it. He's going to stick it. He got it.
And he wins the round. Wow. And he gets the kill. And he keeps the op.
And a 4K from Rose there. Right after we were calling him out. Look at that. A 4K hold.
Now,
from
if you're the T's here, you look at their money. I think you need to play for last. So I think you're going to see another Tech 9, Mac 10 type round.
Just another post plant that the T's were not able to convert. The trades initially went their way, but as soon as the bomb went down, Rose just ate him up.
The Drakes did read that round really well. They had 3 on B.
A bit of a different setup here. Starting 2A.
They know that this is a save round, and they know they'd like to go A on the save rounds. Good nade.
Backside's here from mid. Octagon's a bit of ahead of his teammates. But they get traded. Once again, T's going 1 for 1.
Okay, damage is on their side. They got this.
Let's see if Bassett can get a plant. He does. That's big.
Oh, labored spray by Bear Shark. But they're both so low.
T's are so low. And Don Fubar can get nothing done. Another 2K from Rose on the retake. Got a bit scary there for the Drakes, but we're going all 24 rounds.
We're going the distance. No! No!
Oh.
Bear Shark!
Okay, their money's fine. Their money's fine.
Okay.
that would have been rough.
Okay, luckily the Bear Sharks have a retake Mac 10, which could be huge in this round.
True. But everyone's gonna get everything they want. Kits on all the CTs, rifles on everyone, and 2 ops.
I think you're gonna see the Leopards play very, very slow here. They've liked the slow default. They've done that. They've kind of... Oh, Texas is a shot in the box.
A heavy default here. We go 4 towards A. With Acid poking and prodding towards mid.
Okay, I like this because I do think that the success that the Leopards had earlier in the half involved them just hitting sites hard and together. It kind of slowed down as the half went on. They started playing a little tighter, and that's when the Drakes started winning.
And DRG's expecting the B play. Rose gets brought down low by Acid. And here comes the A play.
Alone.
It's only
Stacky's alone. He's behind Cake. He's getting burned out. And he goes
1
down.
for 1.
That's the site.
Oh, an Acid here on the lurk could be huge. Sees Booligan, gets a free kill. CTs are going to have to clear him out before they go for this retake.
Oh, and he does so much damage in mid and gets another kill. Acid says, Acid calls game.
Acid calls Gabe. It's all on Rose in heaven with the Deagle. And he's not going to get anything done. The Leopards win it 13-11 with some excellent last round lurking from Acid there. That was a good game. I thought the Drakes could pull it back, but SAV just had too much in the tank.
Yeah, I mean, it's just going to be really tough for a team that is on T side Anubis with that kind of a lead to not bring it to the finish line. I think you saw the Leopards as the rounds started getting closer and closer. They tightened up a little bit. They kind of got out of their rhythm, which is normally just kind of 3 or 4 into a site all at the same time. So they went back to what worked. Drakes were gambling on B, and that was kind of the game.
Very entertaining first game of the night.
What do we have next? Let's check.
It is Gone Fishing, the Barracudas versus
Sirens. Yes. So ATL versus what is Gone Fishing? They're new. It's not my fault. GF. Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
Let's cut to a quick break, but we'll be back for a second game.